Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On play action, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. So it stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Breeze. Flush to his right. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Breeze to throw on second down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Easy.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On second down, it's Bell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Get set. Kill.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And he stopped immediately there. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. On 3rd down, here's Bell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, free safety was there, no gain.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That good for 19 and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gordon. Here's Luck now on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Easy, kill.
Breeze now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A give to Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Sammy! Got it!
Here's Breeze to throw. And it's caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gore. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Frank Gore with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. If they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Love. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
12.
From the gun, here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Raiders. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. The first down carry here for Charles. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders have moved out in front. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, it's Locke. And this is caught at the 8. That one goes for 24 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Out of the gun, Locke. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now on second down, this is Gore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Breeze. Finds his target. It's Gates. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Breeze now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
36. 57. Mike, 57. 11.
Now Breeze. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And the Raiders have got him. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Got it.
Now Breeze. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. So we have come, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Locke. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Love. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down. Love steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go. Kill! Monday.
play action. Now Breeze. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So that'll back him up 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Breeze now. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now Oakland ready to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now a first down throw. Locke. Screen pass to Charles. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hurry. 12.
From the end zone, Locke. A dump off for Charles. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
12.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back now in the East Bay. On 1st down, Breeze. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Easy.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
622.
Throwing is locked. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Going left side here, and it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Dante Hightower on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Charles. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and there's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Certainly not what this offense wants to see. Andrew Luck down and appears to be in some pain. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going underneath for Charles. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Warner from the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
10th carry now for Jamal Charles. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. They go back to the ground now with Charles. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Back to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of every. Everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11.